if there's anyone out there, I'm just testing this out, seeing how we go for a live stream. Playing a $29 deep freeze on PP poker. Just folded my ace-5. Very nice. If you are watching, let me know in the chat. I'll be reading that as we play. If you've got any questions, let me know. I'll see how we do. It's going to be a little bit slower pace than my normal videos or shorts, because it's very boring. But hopefully there's some interesting spots that we come across and we can talk about them. Not likely going to happen with this 4-2 off. Even though we have the 4 of spades, which is quite pretty. And yeah, that's a fold. Probably would have been quite nice to play. But easy with hindsight. And we lose to pretty much everything. But we win. I know this fella up here, that's why I've got him highlighted in yellow. I've played him live before. So that's Phil. He's Welsh, but we won't hold that against him. So folding around to me here. If it gets all the way around to me without any limps or raises, I'll probably pop it up a bit. If it is raised in front or flatted, I might just flat and see. So yeah, as said, I should probably bump this up. Let's go 2.5 bigs. I've got it set to big blinds just because it's easier for me to do all the working out of what my bet sizes should be. And we get that through, lovely. 4 of spades for the win. Oh, that's 3 hands in a row, we've got it. Oh, it's a sign. But we will not be playing this one. Hell no. So right now we're sitting 97th with 100 people in, so not too great, but we'll see how we go. Just a min raise. Sometimes that can work, not often though. Should get through to Phil should fold, and I wouldn't be surprised if Gadler fella calls. And we see a flop which isn't that good for us. Definitely hits their range better. Let's just put a small bet out there just to see. Well, they do call, so they've probably hit a piece of that, but we do improve to a pair. They've checked to us again, so I think we now size our bet up. And that they were probably just floating with nothing, and we probably had the best hand regardless if it didn't queen. But that's okay. Nine eight off. Middle position. We'll just let that go. If we were in that hand, that would have been one of the better flops we would have liked to have seen. But with all this action, that's pretty scary. We would have to call, but you don't like to see it. A pair of nines is good in the end, but we picked up a lot. Picked up a lot of outs there as well to actually improve to the best hand, for sure. Easy fold. If there is anyone watching, just let me know if this sounds okay or is actually intelligible. Be good to know, because I'm looking to do these more and more. So as I said, Phil here, I know him play. I've seen him play online before as well. I wouldn't be surprised if he's got a lot of this board locked up with his stack that small and putting a bet that big out there. I'd say 2 pair or over pair. Again, I'd quite like to be in this hand right now, but I'm not. And what did I say? 2 pair. But we would have won with a straight, so I'm glad I wasn't there to take his chips. Because I like Phil. Not like that should really matter. Oh, now Phil has chips, that's dangerous. So, well, I think this decision's been made incredibly easy. I didn't really want to particularly defend the big blind against Phil, because he will be very strong with that raise, but once we do get a re-raise, it's a mandatory, just chuck it away. Let Phil battle with this. Five four suited, not quite the best 5-4 suited you could ask for, but it's not bad. So we've got one limper in under the gun. That's interesting. We do have a raise. I'm not playing. The only thing I could do here is rip, but why? Get away. Were they trying to trap? No, just we wanted to limp. Ace Jack on the button. So this is very much going to look like a button move. I think I'm going to risk it all right here. I've been not playing many hands. Probably get called right. Ah, well, ace king. 2 for a chop, and we're out. Ill-timed, to say the least. Let's see if there's another game we can play. Let's play a 1450 PKO. So now we're back in, starting on 150 blinds. And as it's a PKO, it's a progressive knockout, so $6.52 per knockout, or currently on the head, so the more you knock out, the more you build up. And we wake up with ace-3 suited. It's been raised under the gun. I think we're deep enough here that we could 3-bet that, and I think I will for just a smidge. Try and get some of those other players out. In position. We're probably getting the call. I don't think he's folding here. It's going to be a call or a 5-bet. And here's the 5-bet. And I think ace-3 suited is a fold here. But that's okay. Don't lose too much. Would have preferred just a flat there and play in position, but they clearly had a stronger hand. That's a very good flop for a min raise. So let's just go 3 bigs on that one. So we've got top pair and backdoor. Well, not even backdoor. It's just the open ender, and now we have 2 pair, but that's the worst 2 pair for us to hit. That's tricky. I think we bet again because we are still quite strong. So that's interesting. Everything else gets there. I think we just check call as a bet that's reasonably sized. Okay, we have exactly the same hand. I think we played that fine. What a weird spot. We lose to everything else, really. No, that was an interesting run out. I don't mind the way that went. Typically, I think we lose there because there'll be more hands that beat us. Taking its time to get round to us. And we'll be getting rid of the 10-7 off. Hello again, anyone who's out there watching. Thanks for stopping by. Let us know if you've got any questions, or if you want to run past any hands that I've played in some of my vlogs or shorts. Any questions, I'm here to answer them, and here to have a little chat while we play some poker. Has been raised, middle position. We are quite deep. Oh, it's been re-raised, irrelevant. Let's not worry about it and just get out of dodge. Don't have to get involved. Lovely. Easy decisions. Again, for those watching, can you just let us know if this sounds okay? If you can hear me all right? This is a test. So I'd like to know how it sounds, if you can understand me, if it's all good. If there's anything you'd like to see added or changed, and I'll be working on the OBS software at some point to improve that. Queen 6 again, lovely. Even more lovely is that I get to fold it easily. Bear with me one sec. The lovely four of spades. Not lovely enough to do anything with. There we go. Now we know what we're doing. Now we know what we're doing. And for those uninitiated, I am in Australia, so that's $14.50 Australian dollars. Not American. What do we got going on here? Queen 6 again. We've had that a heap of times, but we're getting rid of it again. Here we go. Pocket tens in the big blind. Lovely job. And we're doing juice arrays. Now the question is, do we just flat here? I have a feeling we do. And that flop is pretty good. I believe we check that to the initial raiser, let them lead, and hope that the player in the middle calls as well. Picked up enough of that, they don't. There's no need for me to be raising here, so we will just flat and see a turn. The turn brings in some straight things, but they're actually more in my range, so I don't want to bet them. This guy should... That's a pretty disgusting card all round. Brings in a flush, straight gets there. Probably can actually turn my tens into a bluff that I've got the straight here. I don't block anything. I probably shouldn't. I call, but yeah, that was bad on my part, but also terrible on theirs to be calling. Pre-flop raise, but that's okay. I let them get away with that. I didn't lose as much as I probably should have, because I may have bet big on the turn. When did they get that? Did they turn it? Or did they river it? No, they rivered it. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting away from that, because no... The only hand that makes sense there would be nines that beat me. Nines or ace queen... No, I mean ace five suited makes sense. There's a lot of hands that still beat me, but I think the fact that I start leading there, maybe it's never a bluff. Maybe I just check call on the river as well once everything completes. But I didn't have him on anything in that hand that actually made sense. I would have thought it was ace high with a better kicker. Maybe best case for me would have been ace 10. But there's a lot of ace queens, ace jacks. I was going to say that flop favours the big blind more than the cutoff. It favours me a hell of a lot more now. But I'm not in it, so who cares? Still think I'd probably be quite good here. I'd be wrong. And hell yes, fold. Oh, Tottenham scored. That's disgusting. Actually, I will put the football on in the background then, just as a little bit of intrigue. Ooh. set up the bloody sport. Let's get the football going. Let's get the football going. Queen 4 suit. Oh, Queen 5 suited in the big blind. Lovely job. Let's see what happens here. Let's try and get the sport up and running. Min and a bit raise. Let's defend that. Not the best of flops, and we were checking anyway, regardless of what we hit. Let's connect that. They bet 3 bigs. I fold for nothing. Woo, we're logged in. Whoa, way too many raises. Go away. Oh, who have we got? What? No, 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 no. Tottenham v Brentford. Yeah, okay, let's watch Tottenham at some point. Watch live. Oh, that's not a good flop for me folding. It looks like one of the Tottenham players is knocked down. That's good. And I get the flash. Boo. Never mind. Never mind. Oh, they're through on goal. And good save. Perfect. Jack 6 suited, fold. I'll focus less on the TV and more on the poker. Apologies. So for those who are joining us now, if I haven't mentioned before, this is a $14.50 PKO, so progressive bounty knockout format. So I don't know why I'm thinking about this. I'll just fold. So yeah, for every player that is knocked out, you take the amount that is sitting above their head. So if this person was to get knocked out, I would get half of that amount, and they would get nothing. What with these flops that I'm hitting quite well, but I would not be calling that 8 big blinds. Hell no. Jeez, and I keep picking up stuff, but we'll never see if I complete anything more. 10-2 suited Doyle. Suited Doyle. R.I.P. Sorry, fella. And if anyone has any questions or thoughts to put out to me, chuck them in the chat below and we'll have a bit of a conversation, just so it's not just me. And hopefully at some point we'll pick up a hand that we can play and talk about. Just no 8 would be good. This is not one of those hands. Fold. Ooh-wee. Defend. Mistake. Check fold. I said check fold. There we go, that's a bit better. And we're in a small blind. And Brentford have a free kick on the edge of the box. Lovely. It's been min clicked under the gun. Oh, 3-bet. Fold. Too many behind. Not sure of the action. Deep stacked. Yep, no, get out of the way. And if you 4-bet, that's okay. Good fold. Just sick when you wait for these hands and they're in good spots and you can't play them. Oh, that's a good free kick, but it goes nowhere. Boo. A7 off on the button. I'm gonna get a little bit tricky. Half board, half playing my... I haven't been playing any hands. Hopefully should get through. Get through 1. Doesn't get through 2. Brilliant. They check the aggressor as they should. I have a lot more ace jack, king jack. So I will put a little bet of 4.5 bigs. About a fifth of the pot. And that's why I can get away. Maybe I should check to see a free card. I don't need to stab there. Fold. Ace king off. Finally something I can raise first in. Let's go 2.5. Big. And yes, I've put everything in big blind, so it's easy for me to calculate what I'm raising to. This player should defend. They do. That's kind of a horrible flop. They check. I should bet. And I shall. 1.8. Bigs. And we take it down. Look at that, we won a hand. Lovely. It's been about 40 minutes. Beautiful. But now there's no reason to get cocky. Let's fold. You've got a player all in for and a call. And 2 pair wins it. And king 4 is way behind. King queen +1. Let's just go for a min raise. Or a little bit wider than normal. They should defend, they do. We flop top pair. They check, we bet. 2.3. They should fold, but we're happy with a call. And we get another pot. Lovely job, easy. Fold. 9-7 off. When are West Ham playing? When are they on? 10:30. We have half. Oh, what? No, that's tomorrow. We've got 24 hours and a half. That sucks. Jack. Pretty gross ball. 9-8 offsuit. In the big blind, so yeah. There's no massive raises. We'll be playing this. That's kind of sizable. That's on the larger side of small. We will not be getting involved. Wow, that's a run out. We will not be defending our small. Oof, that's a good save by Brentford. Keep it out. Nice. We do hit a pair on the river, but that's probably irrelevant. I'd like to hope so. Well behind. Oh, excuse me. I shouldn't be yawning. And we're on a 5-minute break. So every hour there's a 5-minute break. So 5-2, they'll have a 5-minute break. Every game, everything. So let's look at some of the information on this game. So the prizes, so let's probably chuck this into our little screen here. Text. There we go. So let's go prize pool. Give me a chance to do this while that's happening. Okay. So we got 620. $207. And these are the payers excluding any bounties that you do pick up during the game. So they are actually paying out to 35, but I'll put in the top 4 for now. Can I copy this actually? If I can copy it, that would be a lot easier. I can't. I ain't typing that out. Prize pool. There we go. Look at that. Lovely job. Read from file. Let's get that there. Get my little logo out of the way. Got a lot to learn with this OBS stuff. It's interesting. That'll do. Cool. Let's call it something different. Let's call it payouts. There we go. Look at that. Lovely job. So currently we're sitting on level 6, so it runs 250, 500 with a 75 ante. Look at that, we've got a minute to go. We've wasted time. Beautiful. So this will get back underway in 10 seconds. So let's see if we can spin it up. Get some bounties. So here we are, back underway. King deuce, suited. What a start. Although, let's try something. A good spot to do it. Blinds should be defending. So they should. I mean, they do have more fours, but we have more queens, and we get that one through. So we pick up nice little 4.5 blinds. So up to 40 bigs. We are currently in 191st. And payouts have increased as well, so we've got some more people buying in. So we're up to 40 people to get paid. So we see that here, the payouts in prizes. So yeah, they've gone up. So 36th to 40th will get $12.30. First has changed actually now, it's gone down because bounty prize pool changes when people buy in. So that will change. I will update that as we go. I'll update that on the next break. And the blind levels are 10 minutes, so 10 minutes, that's 6 levels. So we'll be up to level 12, so we won't be quite late reg yet, but we'll be close. Again, if anyone's watching, if you've got any questions, leave them in the chat, in the comments. We can have a little talk, discuss any hands that I've been playing, or any of my other videos if you've watched them. And if you haven't, while you're waiting for me to actually have a hand, go and watch a couple of shorts. They're quite fun, if I do say so myself. But other people have told me that, so I'm inclined to believe them. Or if you've got any hate comments or abuse, throw that my way as well. Why not? Chuck it in. I'm big enough and ugly enough to take that. And actually, I'd prefer it if you told me that I played badly. And then I'll ask you why. And then you can tell me. And then I can get better. Like here, should I fold ace-9 off? Probably, so I'm gonna. Is that wrong? Tell me. I mean, at this point in time, I'm starting to believe that it was a good fold. But you never know. King 6 suited. In the big blind. Probably worth a defend on a raise of that size. If there's a 3-bet, I'm gone. A couple of calls that actually only prices me in more. There's the 3-bet I was expecting, and now we fold. Easy game. I like being able to talk it through before I have to make a decision because, well, look at this. Why would I have even bothered getting involved? That is a horrible flop for me to see. Backdoor hearts, straight draw. Brilliant. And we're rewarded with ace-8 suited in the small blind, and if it folds to us, we're going to attack the big blind by putting in a fairly sizable raise. It has been raised in front of us, middle position. I think this is worth a repop, and we'll go to 4.9, which means we do that, yeah. We get a call from the big blind, that's interesting. That's a good flop for us. We are the raiser, so we're out of position. We should lead. Let's lead for 5 bigs. And we get a call. I think we just jam. We avoid the snap call, which is good, and we get the fold. We take it down. We got 16 bigs, we're up to 54 big blinds. Not entirely sure what they were on, whether that was a good shove or not. So I'm only going to really get called by an ace. I want to get called by worse ace, so maybe if I just min raise, we'll sort of put a small bit out. But there's not much left on there. If they've got an ace, they're probably calling. I've got a stack to call that off. Wow. Seven five off. Cut off. Fold. Don't even have to think. Especially when there's a raise. Get out. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you think of the setup and what I can improve. Obviously, this is all fairly basic, brand new stuff that I'm putting out there now. I will work on it later. I just wanted to get the feelers out there, see how I feel doing it, what it's like, and then we can go from there, grow it, improve it. But yeah, all feedback is welcome and will be taken on board. Five three suited. It's the good suit, it's the wrong card. Fold. See, told you, wrong card. If it was 5-4 suited, I'm golden. Golden. But we'll never know. See, spades are good. Spades are good, even though I'm wearing a club hat, but whatever. We'll move on. Fold. Queen 2 was quite good. Damn. Who knew? Ace 6 suited. I'm going to try something a bit tricky and just limp. Not recommended. Least of all by me. And that's probably why. But I think, depending on how many players we get, if it's just me, I think, I'm out of position. I think I just let it go. And that's why you don't limp people. There's a lesson right there. Maybe I should, if I'm going to limp, I'd be calling. If that's going to be part of my strategy. If I'm going to limp, I should call. Or don't limp. Min raise. Prices me in if they do still raise it. Or they don't raise it as big. Here, on the other hand, I will defend. That's a horrible flop, but it hits me more. I'll check call. They might check back because it doesn't actually hit them at all. I can't continue. No. If I had any piece of that, I would, but I don't. No, thank you. It's... I think I defend that. It's not really defending. I had nothing to defend. What am I talking about? Idiot. That's a horrible board. Got a couple of back doors. Straights, but no. Ooh, penalty. Nah, boo. Let's fold that. Well, that's a bad fold. Or is it? I mean, you know, it could be pocket kings, pocket queens. Or, yeah, it was a terrible fold. But also, not really. 10-8 suited. Quite pretty, but not to a raise of 3 big blinds. Oh, excuse me. Fold. Lots of folding. Lots more folding. Ace 2. Right. I'm gonna pop it up. See where we go with this. I like Ace 2. Suited especially. I get one of them. Cool. That probably means the big blind will have to defend. It's not a terrible flop. I'm most likely ahead. So I will go for a small lead. And it gets through. Lovely job. 5 bigs, so we're up to 43. Up to 43. Oh, 4 spades. Lovely job. Hello, son. Oh, don't want to do that. That was the game I was playing earlier. So we're currently on 26k. So the game we're playing is this one. So we start with 30k. So under starting stack. So not great, but we could go ballistic. Alright, let's make a rule. Because I wanted to do it live, but anytime we get the 4-5 of... Oh, crikey. 4-5 of spades, as is depicted here, we will be going all in no matter what. No matter what position we're in. No matter our stack size. Compulsory. It's fun. It's stupid, but it's fun. Aren't most of the best fun things stupid? Maybe. Who knows? That, on the other hand, is not a good hand, so we fold. Did I say that, on the other hand, is not a good hand? Too many hands. Oh, would you look at that, we made a pair. That pair might be good. I doubt it. Jack 6 on the button. Rubbish. Excuse me. Fold. I'm getting a little bit chilly. There we go, there we go. Just complain about being cold and then get ace king suited in the cutoff. Let's raise to 3. Get a fold. And we get a fold. It gets through. That's a shame. But a couple of bigs is good. Ace 9 off. And we can let him go. What have we got here? 10-9 suited. Lovely job. Unfortunately, I want to let that go, but let's see a flop if we can. Not the best flop. Could be better. Ugh. Not enough. Not enough. Should have just folded. That's okay. We'll learn to fold hands like that. Well, I should have played. Joking. We'll fold that one. King 9 off in the big blind. Min raised under the, well, min and a bit raised under the gun, I think. Especially now that's a defend. Unfortunately, kind of short, but that's okay. That's a horrible flop. Doesn't really connect with us at all. We'll check fold. Okay. That's interesting. See, now that to me makes me think that they're thinking ace high is good. Which means we should be able to get away with a raise here. Because we've got more 7s and 5s, so ace high shouldn't be any good. They should check. And I think if we rip it, they fold. We avoided the snap, and they do fold. Brilliant. King high was not the best hand. Ace queen suited. There's been I think we just flat here. That's a brilliant flop. We don't need to do anything. Just check, call. I mean, we could have the check raise here, but I think we do go for the check raise here, actually. And then if they just fold, yeah, perfect. We don't need to see a turn. Because that's actually much more of our range than theirs, and we flatted, so we've kind of covered both bases there. We could build a pot if we just get there, but we don't need to get there. We're actually quite strong. Raise here. And we take it down. Lovely. So now we're up to 52 big blinds, which is 42,000. Which I believe I said we start with 30k. It's just min raised. King 9 has been folded to us. Big blind should defend. They do. That's kind of a good flop for them. They check. We bet. Because of 10s in our range, definitely. They fold. Perfect. King 7. We can let that go. So level 9 just started, so we've got 6 levels to go, so it's about an hour. Prize pools have been updating, so we've actually gained a lot more. So we're up to 689 for first, all the way down to 180 for fourth, and then paying down to 40 right now, 14.45. $10.5 off, go away. And we're half time in the football. Tottenham Brentford 1-0. Boo. Although, to be fair, that was a fantastic free kick. Fuck. Oh, it was a bit tricksy too. And we have ace. +1. Oh, and we get a raise here too. How tricky do we get? Let's just bump it up ever so slightly. No. Fuck. We folded aces pre-flop on accident. What? Oh, and look how much value we would have gotten. Oh, this is a disaster. Oh, this is a disaster. That's alright, someone's got an 8. Someone's got an 8 and someone's got 2 spades. Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, I hope someone's got an 8, because that's disgusting. Oh, fuck off. Oh, dear. Okay, who's got the 8? I have to show him. That was disgusting. I would have made a lot of money. Oh, well. Yes, and I showed them the aces that I folded pre-flop because I was timed out because I got flustered. What an idiot. Oh well. Oh, look at these folds that I'm making. Absolutely ridiculous. I will be checking that. That's a horrible flop. Let's defend. Why not? I'm tilted after folding those aces. Disgusting. See, normally when I would have folded this, it would come out 8-4-4, not 8-5-5, but oh well. Never mind, eh? And we'll fold. Let's get rid of that game. That's what I was wanted to do before. That's what stuffed me up. Right, Jack 8. Where are we? We're in the cutoff. That's a big free bet. That's a folder. I'm a folder. Well, if there's anyone still watching this that saw those aces, that will be clipped up, I'm sure. Alright, here we go. We have a pocket pair. Let's try and redeem ourselves from the aces and not time out. So let's just 2.5 big blinds. That's what I wanted to raise last time. 2.5x. That's kind of a bad flop, but checks to me. Let's do that. Hopefully get this through. We do not. Let's check back. And check back again. And they river it. Boo. Ten four off fold. All these fantastic hands. Probably would win. Ones I'm playing. I lose. Probably should have bet the turn on those eights. Actually, thinking about it. Gave him the ability to catch up. But he called a flop bet. Let's have a look at that hand again. Yeah, no, 9 queen, he's going to float. That's fine. What was the details on that one? So I raised, he calls, that's fine. I bet, he calls, that's fine. He checks, I check. I think I bet that turn. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's okay. He just hit what he needed to hit. But he had lots of outs. 8, 10, king. Yeah, no, that's too many outs. He's not going anywhere, so he's calling a bet, I think. Don't want to, but I'll defend. That's quite a nice flop for me. I'll check call. Maybe even check raise. Now that's my board. I bet. It's my board, I bet. Wow, that's a huge call. Because that's my board 100% of the time. And he had the actual worst of it in every sense. Okay, that's interesting. I will probably make a note of that. Call down. Large river bet. Called a large river bet. On a 6, 4, 3 board. No, not bad. Board. 2 turn. Let's confirm that for now, and just let's raise a little bit and get back to this. Hit the 2 with two turn, with a repeat for river. And two. Okay, that's good to know. Let's fold. That's interesting, because that he shouldn't have called that, in my opinion. But hey, maybe I gave something away that looked... I think leading that turn was right. I think everything was right I did there, because that board was much more in my range. Because I had the straights, I had the two pair, I had the trips, I even had the flush. He didn't block the flush. So I actually had everything that was much more... I mean, if I rip it, does he fold? I would have thought 8 big blinds looked very value-y, so... who knows? I'll never know. But now I have some information, so that's good. Which is now redundant because we've moved tables. Fan-dabby-dozy. So, new table, but still same old cards. That semi-connect. Typical. Ooh. And we hit a 5 on the river here, but it's a pretty gross board. So we do block the flush. I don't know. Ace 3 suited. Quite nice. If there's a... Yeah, I'll be raising it up, so let's go 3x. 2x plus 1 for the limper. And we get a call, so we get some value if we win. Which doesn't look like it's going to happen. But we have ace king, we have ace queen, we have king queen, we have king jack. We hit that board a lot more. But we get snap called, so we shut it down. We don't have any backdoors. I mean, the backdoors we have... Ooh, we pick up another one. But I think now we check. And that was one of the other ones we wanted. We now pick... Yeah. Let's just check. We've got showdown with ace high. And we didn't. But they hit pair anyway. They had overs. That was a good flop for them. Good flop for them. Let's get out. It's getting a bit dicey for us now. We're down to 11 big blinds, which equates to 13,000 chips. So we do start with 30,000, so we're about a third. We could rebuy. We're going to lose a big blind in a bit next hand. We've got 50 minutes to rebuy. So we'll come in with 30k, so it will be roughly 166 place, not too far behind where we are now. I think we're in a position where we've got under 10 bigs, we're in the blind. I was going to say rip it there, but I think we're just flat. And I think we check rip here. I think there's a check jam. Okay, that's interesting. I think we just go. I think we go for it here. If we get a caller, great. If we get a folder, great. We get a caller. We get 2 callers. That's interesting. We're behind there. And we lose to everyone. Interesting. Well, that answers that for us. Not much you can do there. A lot of variance. Queen 8 should have been good. Sometimes it wasn't. So we go on. And even if we did rip it pre-flop, I think we were getting callers. So that's fine. Oh, and what did I say earlier? I said if we get this hand... Oh, and Brentford have scored. That's fantastic. Well, that's 1-1 against Tottenham. Oh, okay. I said it if we go all in on this hand. Oh, I don't want to, but I said it. Hopefully we get it through. That'd be lovely. Or we get a double up. And that's good. That's not good. That's okay. That's terrible. I told you I didn't want to do it. It was a horrible choice. Oh well. That's what happens when you make these stupid rules for yourself. Well, at least we saw it one time. That is not advisable play. I regret it. I've done it once. I won't do it again. So we're now in for this with 2 rebuys. Prizes are up to 800 for first. That's pretty decent. We will be raising this up though. We'll go to 2.5 big blinds. 9/8 suited is fairly solid. Plays quite well. We have a call, and I'm assuming a defend from the big blind. We do. We flop top pair. No, we don't. Why did I say that? We flop middle pair with some backdoor straights. We will fire again. We'll go for 3.1 big blinds. That's one of those cards that we like to see, but that also brings in stuff that they were going for. So we do check. We check call. We now have the straight. It's not the nut straight, so I think we check call. If they go for thin value with 2 pair, if they have a king, they do go all in. Do they have the king, or are we chopping? I think a king wouldn't jam like that, so I don't mind that. Excuse me. Eight three off, fold. A mate of mine has just made final table in a teams event over in Sydney. Just tracking to see how he's going. Queen 4 in the big blind. It's been raised. I think we have to defend. Yeah. See what happens here. I don't really like it. I don't like it. Oh, he's doing well, that's good. Run it up. 1.2 to win 8.2. We do hit bottom pair, but that's not really that good. And we check fold now. Especially now. We could be cheek. Yeah, no, get out of it. Yep. Fold. Foldy, fold, fold, go. Get out of it. This is taking a long time. There we go. Gets to me. I can fold. Lovely. I will be folding that. I don't think I'll be playing. Get out of it. Oh, queen 4 again. Lovely. No thank you. Oh, I want to get this straight. But so does everyone. Oh, they get the big one. Oh, and aces get cracked. Oh, that was disgusting. Not good enough to play 10-6. We're now getting paid for the top 50, with first now being 127. 827, let's update that. 827.38 and 470. Let's leave that for now because we have a hand. No, we don't. We'll fold and we get back to this. Oh, it's changed again. Oh, well, I'm just going to leave that for now. Wait until the price pool is confirmed. Oh, Brentford on the attack. And they get another. Oh, fantastic. Oh, brilliant. Oh, that means Tottenham are in a heap of trouble. That is brilliant. So, I'll be going back home to the UK next week. And unfortunately for me, I will be at that stadium. But if they lose just before, that's brilliant. So that puts Tottenham down to 7th. Brilliant. We've got one game left. Ace 8. I'm feeling... Right, this is it. If this is it, this is it. If we get called, we're done. We call it a night. And we've got a all in over the top. Oh, we're pipped. Oh, come on. Chop. Fuck. Okay, guys. That was fun while it lasted. Just over an hour and 45. We will not be rebuying. We will call it a night. I'd like to say it's been fun, but it's been pretty awful. We timed out of aces. We jammed when we didn't need to. And we got collared a couple of times. So, all in all, fantastic. We'll see how we go next time. Be lucky.